Alright guys, we're gonna continue with the game now. Hopefully some good stuff happens this time. Also, welcome back to my channel. I'm Kayla. And this game is called Amnesia, The Dark Descent. We're trying to figure out where to go. The darkness is bad because he loses his sanity if he's in the dark for too long. So we have to figure out where to go from here. Like I've said before, I played the game, but I don't recall what to do. See if there's any clues. Come into this room and oh wow, how did I miss this yesterday? Oh, it does. Cool, there's a secret room. Check this room out. Nothing over here. Alrighty.
Alexander, is it inside the castle?
In a manner of speaking. Come, bring the lamp. You've been to the refinery, have you not?
I don't believe I have. Is it connected to the... what did you call it?
The inner sanctum. My most precious chamber, Daniel. And it lies well beyond the refinery. In fact, it lies beneath the very stone of Brennenburg.
Oh, that's weird. Let's see if there's something else we can do. There's this way, there's up these stairs. Oh, that was creepy. I didn't even notice the stairs. Oh, it's on the other side, I see. Did I already go to the archives? Pretty sure I did. Let's try a different direction. Let's go this way. Gross. Well, that's not the right direction to go. I know it shows down those stairs, but I feel like I should go this way first. Laboratory. And what's this? Wine cellar. Need a key. Okay, the laboratory. Hopefully something interesting happens this time. This video will be about 30 minutes long. And if nothing interesting happens in this one, I will possibly post another one tomorrow instead of waiting a couple of days. I want to see this dark shadow. Must be out.
This shouldn't be.
There should be more coop rats. Let me see. And one part aquafortis.
I would read this, but I suck at reading, and well, I'd read it out loud, is what I mean. I'm going to read it. I just stumble on my words a lot when I read out loud. I have anxiety, so I just get nervous, I guess. But as time goes on, I'll get better. So, and then some of these words I don't even know how to say, honestly. I'll read this one. The lack of a chimney to to properly vent the fumes from my most recent experiments has taken its toll on many of my less stable ingredients in storage. Some seem unaffected, but many are stained by the fumes and will be difficult to salvage. I shall do what I can and move them to the wine cellar. Loosen it a little. Try not to use all my oil in my lantern, because I'm not sure when I'll get more. Guess there's nothing else this way. Or is there a lever that I missed? This. Just check and make sure. Oh, good thing I came back. I need that. I guess this is what I had missed. One day I will return. If it wasn't for the thought of you, my love, I wouldn't be able to go on. When I find myself doing terrible things, I take comfort in you. As long as I am able to think of you. Sorry. Just heard a loud noise in the background. Way to scare me. As long as I am able to think of you and long for a life together, I know I'm better than the others. I wait for them. They lust for power without restraint, where I only crave fair judgment and a safe return. There has to be something I missed. I don't see anything. What is that noise? Sounded like somebody was coming this way. Guess we'll try to go a different way. Maybe I'll go to the archives now. Since there's nothing down this way. that the archives? No, okay. Sorry if I'm a little annoying. I am so tired right now, so I'm gonna be sort of out of it, but hopefully I get a little jump scare and it'll help me wake up some. Other than my husband making a lot of noise out there, which obviously scared me. That's why I could not read for a second there. Alright, this looks like a different area.
16th of May, 1839. The unflinching African sun has continued to plague our expedition, making it impossible to dig until dusk. How Professor Herbert managed to find the location in these vast plains of nothingness remains a mystery to me. When I asked him about the tomb again, he told me about the legend of Tin Hanan, the mother of us all. An interesting story in its own right, but I can't help feeling there's more. Later that evening, we uncovered a passage beneath the dunes leading to a sand-covered stone structure. The professor was confident it was the tomb we sought and ordered the others to clear the way late into the dark, cold night. Tomorrow, I shall lead the men into the ancient structure, hoping to reach the burial chamber. No matter what the professor is keeping from me, the dig should yield something interesting to take back to London and the British Museum.
I hereby offer my full attention and services to Alexander, Baron of Barenberg. This contract will reign for a total of 3 years, when my freedom shall return to me. In addition, Alexander is to recommend my services to the Prussian royal court and within the sanctum of the Order of the Black Eagle. May no man break this seal. Wilhelm, House of Girish. Oh. Just look at this entire room real quick. Something sounded creepy for a second. It sounded like someone was around here. The chest. Yes, we need more of this.
Much of the castle is old and hasn't been tended to for centuries. When the shadow arrives, it won't take long until things start falling apart.
We're just buying time anyway. Let's do what we can.
There isn't much to be done about the wars. We should reinforce weak structures. The ground will tremble and there's a risk everything will cave in on us, especially downstairs. Here, and there. Let's get the servants working on it.
Sounded like a door might have opened behind.
It's 17th of May, 1839. My hands tremble as I write. I feel a need to document my tribulation, for I fear that my memory will fail me if I linger. Today, I took some men and ventured into the dark, ancient passage we uncovered. Our torches burned faintly in the murky air as we slowly made our way underground. The men were superstitious and fearful. They argued loudly, and I felt their strange language getting to me. I mustered my strength and yelled at them to continue down the slopes and broken steps. The crudely carved passage confused me. It looked much older than the 4th century structure we had expected. The twisting path emerged into a great antechamber. The walls were lined with statues unlike any I'd ever seen. Despite their unearthly quality, I felt a strange familiarity toward them, which haunts me still. At the far end of the chamber, a great slab of stone sealed off whatever lay ahead. I gave the order to raise it, and as I pushed through the narrow space, the heavy stone suddenly dropped, sealing me inside. I was trapped.
I'm gonna take this rock and throw it at this part of the wall. Let's go in here.
You have to be swift when you activate the first one. You hear that? If it stops, you'll have to start over.
Isn't all this a bit excessive?
You can never be too careful, Daniel.
Keep crouching back. Okay, I'm not gonna read this one. Well, I'm gonna read it, but you can pause and read it yourself. I don't want to waste too much time reading. Check to make sure I didn't miss any oil, whatnot. Okay, so nothing in there. Not gonna light that. This room's pretty lit. Ooh, a key. Well, that was strange. I'm not gonna read this either because we're getting towards the end of the amount of time that I can play for right now. Actually, I think I'm going to stop and talk to you for a second, and then I'm going to end the video. So, thank you for watching me play again. Or if this is your first time watching, you can start watching the other video, which is part 1. This is going to be part 2, and I'll probably have a part 3 out tomorrow, so that we can get further into the story, and that maybe we can see the shadow figure that's been following us. I'm excited for that because apparently you can't escape it, you can't fight it. All you can do is hide from it and hope you don't get caught. So that'll be interesting. But once again, thank you guys for watching, and I guess I'll see you guys in the next video.